How are you doing this evening? Welcome to the longest running daily variety show, the Mark Inspire Show. Daniel Tillum in the house, my friend. Good to see you. It's been a while. Andrea O'Neill, always a pleasure. Virginia, Chris Donaldson, Helen Gail Townsend. Oh, I'm loving it. Starting it fresh from the top. S Coop is here. It's a party. If you are joining us on TikTok, you can join us on YouTube. Much better experience. I think I saw Barella in the house. And if you're out there, say hello, Chris Donaldson, my friend. Oh, goodness, guys. I think it's time for a little Zabrowski goodness. Matthew, how are you, my friend? Jerry Hayes is kicking it with me. I love it. Welcome to the show, Bumblebee Tuna. Bumblebee Tuna! Excuse me, your balls are showing. Come and join us on YouTube. I'll do more Jim Carrey impressions for you, Bumblebee Tuna. Thank you for giving me the likes and the love. We are here 1,867 days in a row. This is the Mark Inspire Show. The Super Bowl is tomorrow. Who's watching? Does anybody care? Are you watching for Taylor, or are you watching to see her beau go out there and score some touchdowns? That dude's pretty ridiculous, I have to say. As far as tight ends go, he's one of the best ever, probably. So, kind of put that debate out there that, like, he's only famous because of her. Like, no, the dude's a ridiculous football player. So, anyway, I'm not sure who is going to win tomorrow. I'm an underdog guy, and this Brock Purdy being Mr. What do they call it? I can't remember it. I never remember what it's called. That's because it's not that important, right? And he's not expected to be anybody special. Last person in the draft. And what do you know? Becomes this ridiculous quarterback. And it leads me to believe between that and then Tom Brady, he was selected like in the 6th round. And he's probably one of the best quarterbacks ever. Like, how good are these scouts? They're always picking the wrong guys. Like, the top 10 guy never is really doing much. But it's this random 6th rounder named Tom Brady who wins all these championships. And, you get this Brock Purdy guy who's on the brink of doing something pretty phenomenal. Now, I'm pretty sure he's not. Mahomes is making like $500 million. This guy's not making much. So I'm hoping he does really well just so he can have a really big contract going forward. I think someone like that has shown their heart and they deserve to be paid like the rest of them. Not that the rest of them deserve to be paid that much, but they are. So how are you doing out there? Let me know what you think. I put a little poll on YouTube for a little feedback on thoughts. Now, this is a live songwriting show, 432 Hertz. And we're going to have you write me a couple of words on the screen, and we're going to come up with a couple songs tonight. So, we're also sponsored here by the BeatSeat. It's the only drum in the world for guitar players. It's the only drum in the world that you can play with your entire body, hands and feet at the same time. And it's a powerful sensory therapy drum for anybody with a special need. So if you know anybody with autism, anybody with, Down syndrome, this is a drum that they could really connect with. It's got unlimited tones, unlimited vibrational effect. So wherever you hit it, sounds and feels different. Check it out at beatseat.rocks. I gotta take this.
So many perfect ways to spend your days, it hit me. Oh wow, there's something to live for. There's something to die for, yeah. There's something to live for.
Oh, there's something to live for. There's something to die for. Zabrowski, hit us with a woo-woo, please.
Something to live for.
Zabrosk? He's delaying me tonight. Zabrowski, that was a good one, though. So, guys, I have to go and help. The youngest is not asleep yet, and that's not good. And so I got to get over there. Let me just pop something on for you real quick. Now, there's been a couple of really ridiculous clips that I put together in the last couple weeks here. I'm going to play one of them for you. and hopefully you will enjoy it while I run over there and take care of this monkey. All right, I'm going to play this because it's not full screen. All right, we're going to do this. By the way, there's been so many funny little short news clips I've been doing the last couple days, and they're getting better and better now. The editing is getting better and better. I'm going to give you this link real quick and see if you guys can please do me a favor and give it a like, give it a share if that's possible, and a comment. This is what you're watching right now. And I just put it out yesterday. So hope you enjoyed. I will be back as soon as possible so we can play some music and get into a few other things here. Can I figure out where this... Oh, here we go. All right. Please enjoy this until I return.
Introducing our all-new SUV,
No commercials,
the
please.
Prologue. The Prologue.
It's the Daily Comedy News with your host, Mark Pires. Join us for breaking headlines and all kinds of comedy shenanigans. Brought to you by the BeatSeat.
Cancel tribal chief White Calf, face of the Redskins, generates new support nationwide. Okay, I want to see what this is about because everything's so mental. Let's change football team names. Come on, man. The Redskins was an awesome team name. That was an awesome team. What the freaking heck? That's paying homage, you know? I feel like I'd be offended you got rid of it. I'd be like, that we had a little hold on something here. Now we had land, they took the land from us. Then we had at least our image on a football team. They took that away from us too. We are really the minority here now, people. We don't even have a football image anymore. Like,
Well, at least you got baseball.
I'm sorry? Oh, no, we got rid of the Cleveland as well. No. Baseball? Forget about it. We had baseball too. National pastime. You think, considering that we are the national pastime, you know, here first, we should be part of the national pastime still. Cleveland Indians. Redskins. You know, if I were tribal chief right now, I'd have something to say about this. That's just me. Excuse me, Chief Wampingfoot. I just wanted to know, like, what your deal is. You got rid of our images on the football helmet, on the baseball shirt, on the hat. Chief Wampingfoot. Listen, I got a little news for you. They call me Chief Wampingfoot for a reason. If you don't put the Cleveland Indian back on, and the Washington Redskin, paying homage to the originals here, you know? You've taken it all away from us. You took my land, Chief Wampingfoot. And now you're taking my connection to the national pastime and to the National Football League? We at least had that still.
You still have land though,
No,
right?
what? No land. But we still had part of football, part of baseball. And now they've taken it all away. They just want to, like, extinguish our existence, erase us from memory. Chief Wampingfoot. You know, like, these are moments. I'm going to do rain dance. I'm thinking about doing a rain dance to see if we could bring back the names. You know, it could be way off on this one, guys, but that's just how I see it. Let's see what the story is. Let's see if Chief Wampingfoot really has a problem with this. Chief Blackfeet. Wampingfoot's cooler. Wampingfoot I'm scared of. Blackfeet, you know, like, you're thinking that he's got to chop off those toes at some point. You know, maybe you should have treated that cut on your ankle, on both ankles, you know. Gangrene, you know, it's like you're walking around. They sometimes call him Chief Gangrene just because he's disgusting. It smells. Oof. You ever been around Gangrene? No good. No good. Chief Gangrene, that guy. He won a lot of battles, just the stench. Celebrated Blackfeet chief. Oh, Blackfeet was the name of the tribe. John Two Guns. That's a much better name. John Two Guns White Calf That is a good name, buddy. You got a good one there. I still like Wampin Foot. For me, Two Guns. How about Two Guns Wampin Foot? Chief Two Guns Wampin Foot. He's gonna two guns you and then womp the foot right up your hiney butt. And you're just there taking it, you know? Two Guns White Calf was sacrificed on the altar of cancel culture. See? Now, an effort to save the indigenous hero's legacy, as well as larger Native history from woke agenda, is beginning to spread nationwide. Guys, it's what I was just joking about. White calf, racist. Why couldn't he just be calf? You know, peach calf. You gotta go white calf. He should have been peach calf. Chief Peach Calf was the face of the National Football League's Washington Redskins for 48 years until they took away his land, then they took away his image. Oh, now we're the Commanders. The Commanders is a stupid name. I don't even want to watch a Washington football game anymore because their name is the Commanders.
I got a good one. Let's go with the Commanders.
All right, Commodore. Why don't we do that? Let's go list at sea. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's just how I feel about getting rid of the Redskins, getting rid of the Cleveland Indians. They took away their land and they take away their images. Everybody was fine with the Redskins. Everybody's fine with the Cleveland Indians. For 48 years, they were fine with the Redskins. It wasn't until these people with no skin came along.
Oh, it's windy out. I got all these cuts on my skin because it breathes.
You know, guys, when we were kids, they said, thick skin, grow some skin. Yeah, not everything in the world needs to offend you, and it shouldn't offend you, and you shouldn't even put any time to think about it. You should just be thinking about things that make you happy. This doesn't make anybody happy. Let's focus in on how there's a Native American on the side of a football helmet and how offensive and racist that is. What? In fact, can I step back and say that the Indians were always considered warriors? If I have a baseball team or if I have a football team or any other team and I want to name them after an Indian, after a chief, or after somebody who was a warrior, how is that racist? It's offensive that someone could consider that racist. No, that's a warrior. Oh, wait, hold on. No, you're supposed to be on the field shaking hands. You're supposed to be out there smacking them on the butt saying, good job, pal. No. This is where you're going out there, you need barbarians on the field. You're looking for warriors. I want a team of warriors, not a team of people picking flowers.
Oh, the Commanders.
It's terrible. This is terrible stuff that's going on here. I could get crazy, huh? Man, I'll tell you, I get amplified. I get amped up because I'm thinking about Chief Blackfoot, White Toes, you know? And he's just trying to do it. Without anybody saying that they gotta get rid of his legacy. This is a legacy thing now. Look at this man. The guy on the left, excuse me, warrior chief. Oh, you're a football team though. You can't have a warrior chief as your mascot, because that's racist to have a warrior on a football helmet. Where the hell was anybody who was like on the other side of this argument when this happened? Excuse me, Dan Schneider, you friggin' moron. Let me just share a little something with you. Do you want a team that's like,
Yay, guys, we're playing foosball.
It's not foosball. We're not playing flag football here, except for in the Pro Bowl. You're talking about full contact. Take the other guy's head off. I want a warrior on my helmet. Who do you want to put on it? Oh, let's put on Marie Curie. Let's put Marie Curie on the side of our helmet, guys. That's a good one, because she's a woman, and she, you know?
Is she still alive?
I'm sorry? Oh yeah, no, she died of radiation poisoning. But, you know, she'd be someone out of, because she did it, you know? You should put her on the helmet. You could be called the Curious Washington Curiosities. It's terrible. It's a terrible name. White Calf was erased from the NFL too. The Redskins, under mounting pressure, fueled in a large part by the NCAI, dumped its White Calf portrait logo in 2020 and adopted the name Commanders in 2021. The Redskins were the only minority representation in the entire NFL, and it was a real person, not a mascot, historian Andre Bilodeau of San Diego, California said. The author of How the Redskins Got Their Name. The NCAI counts among its benefactors the George Soros-funded Open Society Foundations. Interesting. American taxpayers also fund the group. Why is my tax money going to this piece of garbage group that's destroying our history? God almighty, this is insane. It receives support from seven federal bureaucracies, including the Department of Defense, according to its own website. Beyond the removal of native logos and representations in pro sports, the NCAI has tracked the retirement of more than 200 unsanctioned and native-themed mascots since 2019. Oh my goodness, listen to that, guys. Beyond the removal of native logos and representations in pro sports, the NCAI has tracked the retirement, and so basically it retired 200 unsanctioned native-themed mascots in 2019. Do you guys remember the Little Indians football team when you were a kid? That's probably gone. Scumbags. We're offended. We're offended by your whitewashing of history. Literally. Soros funded. Joanne, we're talking about your father again. You know, Joanne is wheezy, to say the least. Oh, goodness. So I feel bad for the native Indian population because I think that was a win for them to be a part of football, to be a part of baseball, and then to be erased from it is such a slap in the face. That's the way I see it. If I was Native American, I would feel like that's a slap in the face. I'm not offended by people dressing up like Indians. I'm not offended by people dressing up like anything. This is all silly stuff. So when we were kids, it was okay to play cowboys and Indians. That was okay. Is that not okay anymore to play cowboys and Indians? Does anybody know the answer to that? I mean, that was like a game you played, Cowboys and Indians. And it wasn't because you wanted to be the cowboy or you wanted to kill Indians. Sometimes you wanted to be the Indian. Like, we were kids. We didn't think about race. We didn't think about the historical ramifications of cowboys versus Indians. We were just kids we heard something like, oh, cool, okay, there's two different people that fight each other. They're called cowboys and Indians. It's just history. It's history. Where it started, the basis of it, yeah, there's something more to talk about. But when it comes to children and forcing all these ideologies on children, we didn't think in those terms. We thought, oh, I want to play with a cap gun, and I'll be the cowboy today. Tomorrow I'll be the Indian. And you switch after you lose. Okay, now I'm the Indian, now I'm the cowboy. It wasn't one's better than the other when you're a kid. It's just that's the teams. It's a team. Now it's like you became part of American history. You were American history. They wiped you away. And then you're part of a team, the national pastime and the National Football League. And now they've erased you from that. And so you have no representation anywhere. This is what we're aiming for? That's whitewashing. Commanders. That's not whitewashing? Let's call them commanders. I wonder, is there a list of commanders? Top commanders. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. Look at all these commanders, guys. It's the commanders. Let's see. Okay, all these commanders here. Top generals. Okay, so we get rid of all the statues of commanders and generals to call a football team the Commanders. These are all commanders here right now, guys. Look at this. Look at those commanders right there, guys. I'll tell you what. That's better than some Indians right there. Look at that. These guys, we should pay homage to them instead of an American Indian. It's offensive to have an American Indian. Let's just put a bunch of white dudes on the helmet. This is interesting. It's just so weird to me how this is like, okay, people are just, yeah, let's go with the Commanders. Wait, you had a really, really nice thing going there. Really nice thing. The Cleveland Indians, part of Major League, Charlie Sheen, you know? What the freaking heck are the Cleveland Indians? Cleveland what? Cleveland Indians are what? Cleveland Guardians? The Cleveland Guardians? Are you freaking kidding me? What in the actual F? Went from a warrior to a guardian. Baseball players, they're guardians, guys. They're guardians. They're going to be the guardian of the mound. What are you guardianing? The Guardians. Freaking stupid name. How dumb. How dumb are you to be the Cleveland Guardians? Doesn't even roll off the tongue. Oh, what team are you on? The Cleveland Guardians. Oh, you're the Cleveland Guardians? Yeah, I got drafted by them. I told them to go pound freaking sand. I'm not playing for no Guardians. You want to go back to the Indians? I'm on it. Charlie Sheen's coming out. Relief. We needed a relief pitcher. He's getting cracked out of his mind. He shows up on the mound. He's throwing like Wild Thing all over again. He's got the glasses on. You guys remember. The Cleveland Guardians. Unreal. What the F? It's like, oh guys, look, it's the Cleveland Guardians. I'm like, I'm sending out my daughter's team to play the Guardians. You guys are the Guardians? No. I got a couple of dudes who got both left arms. They just left arms. You got two of them, no arm on the right side. That's who we're playing against, the Guardians. They're gonna win. They just bunt because of the double arm thing, you know. But it's kind of tricky when you see two arms coming at you and which one is holding the ball. That's a whole other thing. But the Guardians, we're sending in the freshman team from Albuquerque State Community College. They got a pretty decent freshman ball club. But we're going to send them in to play the Guardians. You guys want to stick with the name? I mean, that's on you. That is on you. The Guardians. What a terrible name, right? I'm just saying, like, sometimes when you're thinking about names that could be good, and then you're like, yeah, let's go with the Guardians. You know, I don't know. I think if you're coming up with a security company, you got a security company, you want to go with the Guardians, I'm down. I'm down. I'd work for the Guardians. It's a company. We take care of buildings. We take care of homes, residential, commercial. We're the Guardians. I'm in. I mean, that I'm in with. Guys, I'm not ever going to a Guardians game. If the Guardians come and play the New York Yankees, it's a blowout. The Yankees playing the Guardians? Spankied by the Yankees, and you couldn't guardian your pitcher's mound. Aaron Judge. It was Judgment Day against the Guardians. That's the way every single one of my openers would be. Worst name in history.
Don't forget about Washington.
Sorry? Oh, yeah, you're right. The Commanders. Both crap names. Guys, canceled. Sometimes when you're there and you're Chief Blackfoot, Chief Two Guns, the white calf on, and they just decide to remove your image from baseball and football and say, we're going to go with a bunch of white dudes.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and turn on all notifications. I'm live at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's effect a positive change one person at a time.
Also, breaking news
not
from
that
Kansas
bad
City.
on
Police are
timing,
investigating
I
a
gotta
suspicious
say.
death on Forest Avenue.
Not that bad on timing. I do have Maggie outside, so I gotta pop something else on quickly. Woof! I'm running around here. All right, so I think this is stupid, crazy, silly, funny. So I'm gonna pop it on real quick. Gives me just a few minutes here. I like the comedy news that I've been doing lately. I don't know if you guys do. Every single morning at 9 a.m. we do this. It's kind of like satire news, really. Get into the silliness. Here we go.
It's the Daily Comedy News with your host, Pires. Join us for breaking headlines and all kinds of comedy shenanigans. Brought to you by the BeatSeat.
What happens to Queen Camilla if King Charles dies? It's complicated, like everything else in 2024. Let's see what happens, guys. The news that King Charles III has some kind of cancer has triggered legions of what-if questions on both sides of the Atlantic. One scenario is the ailing king decides to abdicate his throne, tend to his health, and immediately putting a spotlight on his eldest son and first in line to the throne, Prince William. Now, I'm pretty sure she becomes queen consort, but let's see. I'm not sure if that's what it means. We'll see. The process, of course, speeds up if Charles were to die, bringing about the reign of King William V. Unlike he chooses another name, in that instance a different question arises. What then happens to Queen Consort Camilla? The answer is nuanced according to royal experts. The complicated reality in which King Charles will have certainly spelled out his wishes for his wife in great detail. The reigning monarch, in this case King William, ultimately controls how much or how little a role Queen Consort Camilla would have in her later years. I would say nil. She wasn't even in the, like banging it out while Diana was alive, and then she's now queen. Like, we're not going to talk about that. Oh, she's the queen consort. No, she's Queen Hooker. I'm just, she was doing it back in the day, literally doing it with Charles, and now he's the king, Charles III. I hope he recovers. I think he's actually, I don't know there's something cool about the way King Charles looks. He's got that look, like that I own everything look, and like, you're nothing. You look at him, he's just like, you're a peasant. He's got that look. Yeah. Something special about that, right? We're indentured servants. He rules the land. And he has a Range Rover. Guys, so let's see what Queen Camilla Consort has to do. I'm pretty sure they would just be like, lady, why don't you just go hang out in the country, at one of the consortiums. What's more, upon King William's ascension to the throne, his wife, Princess Kate, would become queen. So now you got a double queen deal going. And how do you deal with that? Oh, the mum queen. No, I'm sorry. We're getting rid of the consort. Told you, consortium, just sent her to it. She's there now, Shoot, we do miss King Charles III, though. He was a good guy. I'm king now, though. King William V. Yep. Guys, he's ready with Kate. King Kate, Queen Kate. It's 2024. She could be King Kate if she wanted to be. That's not to say Camilla would quickly be forgotten. Already forgotten. No, despite the made-for-TV scandals that precede. Oh my goodness. Listen to this. That's not to say Camilla would be quickly forgotten. Despite the made-for-TV scandals that preceded her marriage to King Charles, Camilla, arguably Charles' first love, was embraced by many Brits when she was crowned alongside her husband in May of elaborate coronation. Can I ask you, how was she Charles's first love? Was Camilla together with Charles before he married Diana? Now I got to research that, because this guy's trying to pretend like they were like his first love before he met Diana. There we go. Here's the timeline of their dramatic relationship. King Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles met the first time in 1907 at a polo match and started dating. They broke things off when Charles went off to sea. Camilla married Andrew Parker Bowles in 1973 and 1981. Okay, so they did know each other first. Interesting. This is her. This is them right there. Look at, guys. Hold on, Amana. Anyway, so bottom line, yeah, I guess he knew Camilla first. Still, he's banging it out while he's married to his wife, and that ain't right. But she's basically probably going to be just sent off, to her death. Not literally, but, like, just go and die, lady, We'll give you the castle, though. You're there with your stupid schnauzer. And I'm here with my wife, Kate. We're taking over, Buckingham Palace. Guys, historically, the monarch's widows have been called the Queen Dowager. King George VI's wife, Queen Elizabeth, became the Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, to distinguish her from her daughter. Whatever. The unlikely case of an abdication or eventually the current king's death, the new King William would call all the shots. It would be down to him. In accordance to his father's and stepmother's wishes, of course, they say little, but every aspect of her public and private life would be reviewed. As for where she would live, it would likely be one of the number of royal residences. I told you, a castle in the woods, with a shotgun in case it gets really bad, Which one would depend on the wishes of her husband. But ultimately, the new king would make the decision. There's the new king right there. He's kinging it, king of the castle. It's his discretion, definitely. But I'm sure King Charles III would have his own wishes made clear about that. That his son could just literally say, I don't freaking care. I'm the king now. You know, these kings have been known to be ruthless motherfuckers, you know, in the past. And they'll just do whatever the hell they want. King Henry VIII murdered all these women because they weren't giving him a boy. And he had the bad seed. It was him, you know. Back then you couldn't say that. Hey, chop your head off. I'm sorry? What did you say to me? It's my problem? No, I'm sorry. You keep bringing me crap women. I'm here. I'm doing it. Literally. And you keep another girl? What's going on here? What's wrong with that lady? She looked good, you know? But what the? A little girl comes out again. I got 94 daughters. Just looking for one son. What's that? No, he had 3 eyes. That wasn't a good example, okay? There's something wrong with her too. She gives me a son with 3 eyes? Cyclops. No, he has a Cyclops. He has a Triclops. Sometimes when you're in it, you don't realize how deep it goes, the Triclops. You know, I don't know why you don't see more about the Triclops, you know, in historical documents. You find lots of the Cyclops. Triclops? No. I think I have to contact Rich Killian for a Triclops. You know, sometimes when you're in the middle of a news story, and you realize that there is a new species that you can identify, that you could bring to the surface. You could classify. Triclops. You can see everything. That center eye, whew, that's the good one. Anyway. Oh my goodness. The things that I... See, I don't know, like, honestly, I don't know if that's funny, but I think that's funny. I just think that anything that leads to something stupid is funny. And like, Triclops? What? I don't know. It's just me. I gotta ask Raven. Raven, is there any comedy in the Triclops, and that there are no historical documents with Triclops? Like, I just think that's funny. I think there were a couple funny moments. Of course, this is all just a day's work here. I'm not really sure if it's going to get any better, if we're going to have more funny news stories. Everything seems to be so dramatic and serious. Trying to inject as much comedy into the daily negativity is tough, man. I'll tell you, you see, I'm scrolling through and all these stories are gaslighting stories. And I'm like doing my best to read them and add some color and see if we can get you to see some perspective without getting in trouble too. It's like this freaking high wire act that I have to continue to, like, oh my goodness. 3-eyed giants, did they see 4D? Are you the Triclops? Yeah, the Triclops. Look, I have a tablet, an ancient Sumerian tablet. It talks all about the Triclops. Like, I'll get it out for you. You know, we'll read it with the 1775 Bible. We'll kind of do it in unison. Like, I'll read an Old English passage, and then I'll read about the Triclops in ancient Sumerian, which I also speak. Some people are like, "Oh, were you from Sumer?" Possibly. Look, we've all been here many times before. You know, India, they talk about it. I'm just telling you, go check it out. Reincarnation. I may have actually been around as Gilgamesh. You know, some people say, they're like, you have the knowledge of Gilgamesh. You know, also the power. Oh, goodness. I'll get that tablet out.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Oh, goodness, you guys are awesome.
You guys are awesome. Usually these news stories don't end at the end of the show. They're usually beginning, but that little tie back with the Triclops from one of you crazy animals who brought that up. All right, I'm just going to take my jacket off here, but this one just premiered a few hours ago, and it's probably one of the funniest because it's the cleanest edit so far of a news story I've done. And there's a couple little special things there. Tell me what you think. It's only 4 minutes. And then we're live. All right. I'm not giving them the audio, and then they're going to boot me. Let's just let this play through.
It's the Daily Comedy News with your host, Mark Pires. Join us for breaking headlines and all kinds of comedy shenanigans. Brought to you by the BeatSeat.
Lucas Glover withdraws from the Waste Management Phoenix Open after missing his tee time. Lucas, you bumbling mofo. You know what I mean? Like, your one job is to show up on time so you can tee off. Yeah?
I'll be there for an 8:18 tea time.
Oh, it's 8:20.
8:26 tea time.
All right, why don't you get there at like 7:30, warm it up. You're going to warm it up, you know?
Yeah, I'll get there at 8:25 and 37 seconds.
All right, Lucas Glover, you keep working with that formula. We'll see how that goes for you.
He had to withdraw.
What? Oh, he had to withdraw. Guys, see? He had to withdraw and he missed his tee time because he does the 8:25 thing. We've been talking about it for years and it finally came back to haunt him. You know the recurring dream where you realize you've missed your final exam? Lucas Glover lived in the real-world version of this nightmare on Thursday morning when he was forced to withdraw from the Waste Management Phoenix Open after missing his tee time. Glover was scheduled to tee off at 8:26. He showed up at 4:37 in the afternoon. Officials called him and learned he was still in his hotel room, unaware that he was minutes away from being disqualified. He was hanging out, guys, banging it out, eating waffles. You know, they got that special waffle maker at the hotel. You just push a button. 30 seconds later, you go turn around, grab a little bit of fruit. You got yourself a coffee. You turn back around. There's a waffle sitting there, piping hot waffle. Lucas Glover's eating it. He's not playing, though. He's disqualifying. He wants the waffle more. You know, sometimes you're hungry. He's just like, I don't feel like playing golf today. You know? He just misread his text messages. I'm kicking myself but laughing at the same time. The Glover, the 2009 U.S. Open champion, has enjoyed a bit of a career renaissance lately. He won the Wyndham Championship and the FedEx St. Jude's Championship back-to-back weeks and rose to the top 30 in the official world rankings, and then he fell asleep and had waffles. Missed the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Good job, buddy. The official rules of golf stipulate in Section 5.3, which Lucas should have tattooed on his arm at this point, you know, with this whole getting there 30 seconds before tee time thing.
I'm so good. I won back-to-back tournaments this year.
I can show up whenever the friggin' heck I want. Waffles? Oh, no, I'm on my way. Guys, he's got to get the waffles. You know, you got to respect the waffle intake. It's either tee time or some tasty, fresh waffles. Made on the spot with a push button, you know?
Not a chef.
No, we didn't have a guy there who's doing it. Like, who's there, could I make you waffles? No, I'm sorry. Lucas Glover doesn't get that hotel. He gets the one with the push button, $3,000 machine one. You push the button, walk away, come back, whoop, it's out there. I'm throwing a little powdered sugar on top, a little syrup, and we're wrapping it up, you know? Not Lucas. He's getting doubles.
8:26.
Tea time? No. Screw the tea time. You got fresh waffles coming. Can we throw a little compote on my fresh waffles? Because, you know, I won back-to-back tournaments. When's the last time you did that, huh, Derek?
I never won anything.
That's right, Derek. You suck.
Hi.
I'm Lucas Glover. I did. Missing a tee time is rare, but not unprecedented. Paul Casey nearly missed the opening round of the 2020 WGC Mexico Championship when he thought his tee time was 10 minutes later. Then it actually was. Same thing, Paul Casey. What in the freaking heck are you doing showing up 10 minutes before tee time? I gotta go. I got a tee time in 9 minutes and 37 seconds. Paul Casey, you almost lost it. You almost had to withdraw.
Do I have to withdraw?
What? No, you're good. You're good. It's just Lucas Glover. He's the one who had to do it. McIlroy won against Keegan Bradley in Europe, pulled off the Miracle of Medina. Did you guys remember the Miracle of Medina? Jesus came down. Mary, they were there watching. It was that good of a performance. They wanted to be there to see it. There was healing that day as well. It's in the books, guys. Look it up. You know, I mean, sometimes when you're schooling everybody and you're giving them the knowledge they didn't even realize they needed. That's what happened.
Oh,
Thank
goodness. I'll tell you, I'm really enjoying doing these news stories for you guys. And I've got a few more already in my edit. And my favorite thing actually is making them 5 minutes and not 13, 18 minutes because those are just getting long. But the Redskins and the Indians one was pretty ridiculous, I'd have to say. They're all great. I love them. I have a lot of fun doing them for you. I hope you guys enjoy them when I do them, because we do it every day. Got another crazy one about Chernobyl. There was this guy, Art Stickster, that there was a big crackle the whole thing, so I'm not sure if it sounds good at all. We should not have any more of that crackle, I hope. I did a couple of things that I think should have fixed our problem, but I'm hearing it a little when the YouTube is playing. I don't know what the hell the reasoning is on that. But anyway, how are you doing out there? I think it would be appropriate to play a quick tune.
Happy place.
I'm working on that. Too much modulation with this thing. should have the beat seat in here, shouldn't we? thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm happy you're enjoying this. We're jamming out. parts that I could clean up and make one crazy epic jam, which already was an epic jam. There's so many nutty guitar parts there. Oh my goodness. My favorite thing about doing this is I really don't know how to play the guitar, guys. I have no idea what the hell that thing is. I just play it. But there were parts of that song specifically where I was just hearing, and I'm just like, all right, let me try that. All right, let me try that. Basically, like almost every note is just like being led, which is cool. It's fun when that happens. It really is. Oh, what a great show this has been. Of course, we do this every single day since December 31st, 2018. It's a long run. It is a long run. I'm going to play you one more quick thing. This is not long either. I'm doing, like I told you, these short news stories I think are fire. I don't know. I like them. You tell me what you think. This right here will be a little break from that crazy jam, even though this is going to make you laugh. It should, because there's a couple things in here that are just visually hilarious, I think. But, you know, you're the judge.
If you're thinking about
I'm
getting
just the
better
creator.
internet at a better price,
Let me
good
know what you
thinking.
think.
It's the Daily Comedy News with your host, Mark Pires. Join us for breaking headlines and all kinds of comedy shenanigans. Brought to you by the BeatSeat.
Former professional baseball and football player Vincent Bo Jackson, a running back who won the Heisman Trophy at Auburn, has won a $21 million verdict in his civil case against his niece and nephew for trying to extort him. What? The February 2nd decision included a permanent protective order barring Thomas Lee Anderson and his sister Erica M. Anderson Ross from further bothering or contacting Jackson and his immediate family members. The Andersons also must stay at least 500 yards from the Jacksons and remove from social media any content about them, the news outlets reported. So imagine the family get-togethers, you know, the Jackson family get-together, they're all doing it, and you got Erica Anderson, Ross, and Thomas Lee 500 yards away eating potato salad. It's good potato salad, though. Oh, Matt Zabrowski, today we get a woohoo, welcoming the woohoo. Zabrowski, thank you, buddy. Starting off the show with some positivity from Matt Zabrowski and family not able to have a generational feast. We're getting together, great-grandkids, grandkids.
The niece and nephew?
I'm sorry? No, the niece and nephew, they can't. They get 500 yards away. You got some good potato salad, though, you can toss over at them? Yeah, we're having a good time. So, unfortunately, those attempts to extort $20 million from Jackson and his family, Bo still hits back hard. Robert Ingram and David Conley said Monday in a news release. Jackson, 61, claimed the harassment started in 2022 and included threatening social media posts and messages. Public allegations that put him in a false light and public disclosure of private information intended to cause him severe emotional distress. He said Thomas Anderson wrote on Facebook that he would release photos, text, and medical records of Jackson to show America that he wasn't playing around. The lawsuit alleged, what medical records is he going to show Jackson? Was Jackson juicing it? You know, I always wondered how Bo did. Bo does everything really like so much better than everybody else. He also shoots up better too, and better at not getting caught. Canseco, like if you're not going to follow Jose Canseco, you know, I mean, you don't want to be a dirtbag, scumbag piece of garbage. You know, people look back at it and say, what a piece of garbage. He did 40-40, but he was cracked out of his mind on, you know, steroids. Did you ever see Jose Canseco's head? Right? I'm sorry? Yeah, no, Barry Bonds, even bigger head from the roids. They call it roid noggin. I'm not sure if you know that. You know, it's an actual medical terminology they've come up with. When someone's noggin enlarges to twice the size of a normal nog, you know, they're like, oh, that's a roid head over there. Even if it's not a roid head, sometimes you get like a water in the brain, and they'll call that a roid head too, because they're just they're getting lazy medically, right? They're just like, look, you know what? That guy's head looks ridiculous. Let's just call it a roid head. Look, I can't blame them, you know? I can't blame them for going at it from that perspective. When you're doing it, Jose Canseco style, You know, you have a new definition.
Don't forget about Barry
Oh, yeah,
Bonds.
you're right. Barry Bonds, megaroid head. They said that with that one. They threw a mega in front. I get it. Like I said, that head is ridiculous. He can't even walk through doors anymore. He's got to slide through. They got to put grease on both sides of his nog so they could kick him through doorways. 4 foot wide? No, not big enough. You know, you're gonna have to go bigger than a 4 foot wide door jam. You're gonna put a normal door jam? You did a 3'6" door jam. You did a 3'6" door jam, and you expect Barry Bonds to walk through with that stupid head? Come on, you're not thinking, are you? Oh goodness. Sometimes you guys you don't realize, you don't think about the ramifications of taking roids to hit 756 home runs. And then afterwards, what that means, you can't go anywhere ever again without breaking through door jams. Can I ask you guys, this is just like a little side note here. So niece, nephew, they're trying to extort Sir Barry Bonds. He was knighted. He's got his Sir Barry Bonds. They're trying to extort, you know, blackmail, right? Where the freaking heck are they getting $21 million to pay Bo Jackson? Like, oh, I want a $21 million civil suit. All right, great. You think he can give you that $21 million? Because it sounds like they got 50 cents underneath their freaking bed mattress, you know? And they're trying to extort you for money, Bo Jackson. Sometimes when Bo Jackson thinks he's getting 21 million and he realizes it's 21 cents, they've got nothing left. They're extorting him and blackmailing him because they don't have $21 million. If they did, they would just be like, Bo, what up? Piss Pat, you know what I mean? You're doing it, we're doing it. You know, Bo knows how to keep his money. Bo's nephew and niece also know how to make 21 mil on their own without blackmail and extortion. But that's not the story. That's not the story, people. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like on the way out the door.
You know, we
leave
do
a
a lot
comment.
of silly things here. Most of them are related to reading the news in the moment or just getting in front of a green screen and doing something stupid. But that's what I like to do. And I'm thankful that you guys hang out with me while I do these silly things and write crazy songs like... Going back to the vibe. This may actually turn into a sick song tomorrow night, guys, so come back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, S-Coop. Let me take a look. You were amazing. S-Coop, thank you so much. You are amazing. That's so appreciated. Oh, thank you so much, S-Coop. Thank you, Andrea. You guys are unbelievable. Thank you for the support. And thank you for being here. Those of you that are hanging out with me, just getting away from the crazy world. Welcome. We're all getting away from the crazy world, aren't we? At least for a little while. Some 432 music. That was a lot of fun. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to try to see if I could edit that. I hope it came through clean on the YouTube side. If it did, that was a lot of fun. That was a good jam. There was some crazy guitar stuff there, so we have to see what we could peel out. Maybe just release the whole thing as one just crazy long jam. Would you guys listen to that if I just popped some of these out as like 25, 30-minute jams? Just like... thinking maybe I should do that, you know. Oh, thank you, S-Coop. That makes me so happy. Wages just went live. That's awesome. Okay, so let me send you guys off to Wage, and let me say goodnight to you. Hold on one second here. If you can, just say goodnight in the chat real quick, and then we'll send you on off to Wage, my brother. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be dropping some content, tons of content tomorrow. I think more of these news stories at Super Bowl Sunday. I don't know what the hell else, but I also have that 36-minute Bible reading, which I want to try to cut up into smaller pieces, but I haven't been able to. Oh, you guys are amazing. It's 59% of the people said they'd be waiting for me to go live instead of watching the stupid Super Bowl. You guys are awesome. Andrea O'Neill, Bradley Smith. Andrea, thank you for your donation. Leisure number 7, you rock. Matthew, you rock. Modoc, Roughstock rocks. Pamela Swan, Renee Woods. Hold on, no. What? There we go. S. Coop, thank you so much for your donation. Amazing. Virginia, Wharton Thistle. You guys are all so awesome. Thank you so much for being here with me and kicking with me. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of that jam. If you liked any of the news stories from tonight. I think the edits are getting better. I've learned now how to put like a little bit of a frame around each picture I throw on the corner of the screen, so that's a new thing. And I have an intro and an outro now which matches, which is kind of cool. So I don't know, it's and then the stories, if I keep them around 4 or 5 minutes, I don't know if you guys agree, but I feel like that's a nice length. And it kind of makes you want more, I think. It makes me want more. I think that's the key. We have to create content that makes you guys want to come back and watch more of them. And then I'm going to keep doing it because I really enjoy doing these stories. They're a lot of fun. And editing them is kind of fun, adding these little pictures in. And like, how funny is it that you see that guy eating the waffle? Oh, the Bo Jackson stuff with Barry Bond's ridiculously stupid head. Like, that stuff's hilarious to me, at least. I don't know. I'm having a good time doing this for you guys. And I'm so glad that you amazing people keep coming back. Trish Killian, you are amazing. Sending you love. Thank you guys so much for sending that note across and the extra support that you guys have sent me the last couple days dealing with my own stuff in my own life. I'm glad that we can come here and get into some personal space together away from the personal things in our lives. The music and the comedy help. So I appreciate you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, this is the Mark Inspire Show.
You got to go away, yeah.
Until tomorrow, come back, okay? Because we're going to do it all over. More music, more comedy, more good times, more connecting. I love you guys. See you tomorrow.
You got to go.